James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so this is my official post-fight review for Elijah Pierce versus Jose Sanmartin. Overtime Boxing, OTX, The Zone, shout out to them. The result of the fight is an Elijah Pierce 12-round unanimous decision victory. Pierce runs his record up now to 20 wins, 2 losses with 16 knockouts, and continues to firmly establish himself as one of the top and one of the best and one of the most dynamic super bantamweight contenders in the world. Now, let's talk about the fight because Jose Sanmartin, tough, durable, veteran guy, a veteran of well over 45 fights. This in fact was his 44. We're talking about 45 fights on the dot. This is his 45th fight, so 40 plus fight veteran. Been in there with some experienced names. Only been knocked out twice, and it was one of those knockouts was to Mauricio Bronco Lara and Emmanuel Vaquero Navarrete, two guys that have been where Elijah Pierce is trying to go. 2 guys that I think could be classified at the world-class level as punchers because those guys have been champion and stopped world championship level opposition. So it was a good measuring stick, a good barometer to see where Pierce was at and what his punching power was really like. And look, I believe it was the 4th round. In the 4th round, Pierce landed a body shot, what would appear to be a body shot, but it was called a low blow. So obviously Jose Sanmartin had time to recover, and they continued to fight on after that. But Sanmartin, I think Elijah Pierce did some good things. I thought, his footwork was good as per usual. He was turning Sanmartin. He was able to get into a lot of exchanges and win a lot of the exchanges. But what I can say about Pierce in this fight, and even the last fight with Artur Villanueva, because of how he fights, because of the wide punches and the angles and the kind of like I call it like capoeira boxing, because he kind of moves like it, because he's even said it himself when I interviewed him, like he incorporates some things from capoeira and boxing, and so his punches can be a bit wide as he is a bit of a gunslinger, so you're always going to have a chance to counter punch and punch right in between the shots of Pierce. And Sanmartin did that in spots, but his punching power just didn't bother Pierce, and Pierce was able to continue to fight like that. But I'll say it like this. That could loom to be a problem down the road when he fights someone of more experience who can punch. So I like to see him step up in class and maybe fight like a Marlon Tapales, because Marlon Tapales can punch, and I think Marlon Tapales, his punching power wouldn't be something that you could allow him to just go in between your shots as often as Sanmartin did. But nonetheless, I thought Elijah boxed well. I thought he outworked Sanmartin. I thought he tried and pressed to get the stoppage. It's just that Sanmartin was a little too durable, too experienced, and I think Elijah Pierce, this is where experience comes into play. I think he'll learn some things from this fight. I think he's gonna learn. He's gonna now go back and look at the tape and see that maybe, hey, he should have maybe taken some stuff off the punches, and I think he has with a guy like Martin. This is where varying the speed of your punches and being able to be the aggressive counter puncher, these kind of things would have gotten him the stoppage tonight. Those things are not something for Elijah Pierce that right now he has at the highest level, but he's a work in progress. But nonetheless, he wins and continues his ascent up the 122 division. I know obviously he wants the Inoue fight. I don't think I'm not sure. I don't think he'll get the Inoue fight. I think Inoue will probably fight. Inoue is probably going to go ahead and fight Doheny, Goodman, maybe merge on, even though he says he's not going to, and then in like June to Nakatani or something like that, possibly like something along those lines. And I think he'll go to 126. I don't think Naoya Inoue is going to stay at 122 as long as he says he is. Just being honest, but even if he doesn't fight Naoya Inoue, I like the 2 fights against Marlon Tapales and Merja Akhmadaliev the most for him. Those are 2 guys that I think could exploit some of the things that I mentioned about punching in between the shots, and they're both like higher level punches than Jose Sanmartin. So if Pierce is not durable or defensively sound enough, he could get found out in one of those fights. And those guys have both been champion. Those guys have both been to where he's trying to go. So those are two ideal fights next for him. And as far as Sanmartin, Sanmartin, I'm familiar with him. Kind of to go back to him, I'm familiar with Sanmartin because I did see Angelo Leo spar him a couple of times early in training camp before we even went to New Mexico. And I knew he was tough. I knew he was gonna be formidable. I know, I'm not sure if they spar, but I know Bruce Carrington was down at Knucklehead's gym where Sanmartin trained. So I'm sure that they may have gotten in some rounds at some point. But Sanmartin, like I said, too experienced, too durable, too crafty to get stopped by Elijah Pierce, but did have the skills to compete with Elijah Pierce. Did have the output to offset what Elijah Pierce is trying to do. So all in all, look, we call this in boxing, we call this a good workman-like performance. It wasn't the knockout performances that he's been getting. But look, you look at Elijah Pierce. Look at his last 4 fights. His last 4 fights is where he's starting to make a name for himself, against, Tremaine Williams, former world title challenger, Mike Planilla, another guy who's fought at a high level, Arthur Villanueva, former world title challenger, and Sanmartin, another guy that's, fought, Navarrete. So he's picking up good veteran wins, and I think now it's time for that real step up. I think it's time for him to go ahead and show what he's made of. I think, look, the vulnerabilities are there to be seen. He's an athletic, reflex fighter who can at times throw wide punches and is susceptible to get counterpunched. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but you still have to deal with that heat that's coming back at you. And so far, as a 122-pounder, that has not been the case. He's a very strong 122-pounder. He's a very dynamic talent at 122. And I think it's time. I think it's time for Marlon Tapales. I think it's time for Mirza Akhmadaliev. Those are personally, to me, the 2 fights you need to have next. Mirza Akhmadaliev, Marlon Tapales, even a Kevin Gonzalez would suffice. But yeah, it's that time for him. He's conquered this level. He's conquered the good, savvy veteran level. Now it's time for the top contenders, in the division, the former world champions, guys that have been at where he is trying to go. So all in all, good performance. And I'll leave it at that. What did you guys think? What did you guys make of Elijah Pierce tonight against Jose Sanmartin? And who do you want to see him fight next? I thought it was a good workman-like performance. There's clearly some weaknesses there that need to be tightened up, but obviously there's strengths as well, which is why he came out with the victory. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who do you want to see Elijah Pierce fight next? Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.